Hello, welcome here and thank you for joining me for another project plan update. So far I have already finished 17 products and currently I got 10 products in this project. I didn't want to refresh this project as we enter to the new year. I thought I would just roll with it for another year and see how that goes. Although it has been slow a couple of weeks, I have got one empty. Let's get straight into the update, shall we? I think I'm going to start with the 3 products that has been in this project since the beginning and work my way down the list. The first one is the Burst Base Foundation. This is how this foundation has progressed in roughly 10 months. It's a little bit disencouraging when I look at it because this was kind of the main foundation that I was using throughout last year. And it looks like I have only used up about 10 millimeters of the foundation, which is only a third of the total amount. But the accurate story is I have only focused on using it for 3 months during the summer. Anyways, I have reached for this foundation 19 times since my last update, and this is how this foundation looks like now in comparison. It jagged a little bit and I feel like I'm really getting there mentally and physically. I have to tell you, I'm feeling very strongly wanting to roll this foundation out because this foundation is not my favorite. Like, I can make it work, but it's not one of the foundations that I would want to wear when I actually want to look good. If you have been following through with my project plan updates, you know I was going back and forth with whether or not to roll this foundation out. So there's definitely that struggle with this foundation. Just like today, I thought I wasn't going to, but I am going to roll this one out. I know I'm almost done with it. I will continuously use it outside of this project for sure. I think I just need a break from this product in this project. I don't want to pressure myself for wanting to make progress with this foundation in a given time because it is in this project. You know, I still want to enjoy this project. The next product that is also on top of the list is this cranberry eyeshadow from BOUCHE Cosmetics. This is how this eyeshadow looked like from the intro to the first update and how it progressed throughout. I had 2 colors at the beginning. I have finished this purple eyeshadow in update 3 and I repressed this burgundy shadow after that. Since then, I kind of have been taking a break from this shadow. Like, there was no usage for update 4 and I have only used it once for the last update. Since the last update, I have reached for this shadow just a shy of 3 times and this is how this shadow looks like now. I was kind of focusing on the edge of the pan, so in that sense I think you might be able to see a little bit progress there. I mean, I had higher expectations that I didn't meet, and that is okay because sometimes rushing things really takes away the joy. So as much as I want to make progress, I also really want this to be fun for me. So I have to accept when things are going a little bit slow. And there's gonna be times that things go fast. So I'm just gonna keep on going with it. Moving on to the next longest contender, the REVLON lip butter. Oh my goodness. This is how this lip butter progressed from the intro to update 4, where you can see the lip butter is already kind of worn down. Once I had that flattened out, I then dug the lip butter within the tube, and this is how it looked like from the last update. And since the last update, I have reached for this lip butter 12 times. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to finish it, but this is how it looks like now. I'm sure you can tell I digged deeper all the way to the bottom, and also the bullet is kind of narrow and thinner now. I was so eager and optimistic that I was going to be able to finish this lip butter by this update. So much so that I didn't even include this in my end of year inventory count because what was the point if I was going to finish this? But anywho, I'm really almost there. I'm sure I'm going to finish this one by the next update. Yeah, this time for real. The MAC bronzer and highlighter duo. Although this is the 4th update for this product, I am actually giving it a reset. The reason is, let me try to make this really short. The highlighter was shattered before, so I had 2 separate update footage for the highlighter and the bronzer. But then during the last update, the highlighter has shattered more. It just got a lot more messier to update with the highlighter situation. Then I decided to take the opportunity of making my life easier. Instead of updating them in 2 different footage, I'm just gonna update whatever it is in this compact from now. And once I finish everything that is in this compact, I will move on to the rest of the highlighter that is currently living in a different container. So this is how this duo looked like from the previous update. And I have reached for this highlighter 7 times and the bronzer 10 times since the last update. And this is how she looks like now. You can see now the bronzer is broken. Honestly, this product is just falling apart. I'm just gonna have to see how long this product is gonna hold up. Let's move on to the Bite lipstick. This is how this lipstick progressed from its roll-in to the last update. I have reached for this 8 times since the last update. And this is how it looks like now in comparison. Yeah, it's a slow progress there as expected because I didn't use it a lot. Although I did try to use this on my lips. Surprisingly, it didn't look awful bad. Do you think this little thing is gonna last me throughout this year? Let me know, because I think it might. The BECCA Backstage Priming Filter, or I guess the Smashbox Backstage Priming Filter, whatever you call it. This is the third update for this primer. And here's how this primer looked like from the roll-in to the last update. This is another product that I thought it was a sure thing that I was going to be able to finish by the end of the year, which I also did not include it in my end of year inventory. But she's still here. I did reach for it 11 times since my last update, and this is how it looks like now in comparison. I am so close at reaching the bottom. The pump has just started to skip the tiniest bit, and I did try to scrape the side of the bottle just to see how much product is stuck there. It was not a thick layer, and may I say, if this is not a breaking record, this is going to be used up by the next update. I'm going to. The Makeup Redness Correcting Primer. This is the first time I say the name correctly. I wrote this one in the same time with the BECCA primer. These are the tallies I made from the intro to the last update. I have reached for this 7 times since then, and this is where the tally is at now. The progress is very steady with this primer. I am loving the fact that this project has made this primer a part of my everyday makeup routine. I do enjoy taking that extra step applying this primer, and it certainly does cancel out some redness I have around my nose and my cheeks. Next, I have an empty, wow, if I can call this empty. This is the Sephora eyeliner. This is how this eyeliner looked like when I wrote it in, and how it looked like from the first and the second update of this liner, which was the previous update. And since then, I have reached for this 12 times. I think I had to sharpen it 3 times if I'm not wrong. And this is how this liner looks like now. There's still some product left. Again, I have no idea where this liner is gonna end, but I'm done with it. I'm not gonna give you an excuse. The real reason I wanna roll this one out is because I don't enjoy it anymore. It's getting a little bit patchy. Yeah, that's the word. It's getting a little bit patchy. And also the size of it makes it uncomfortable to use. Besides, it's already so tiny. I'm not very fixated on finishing the product to its core, so I'm totally okay calling this done, and I'll be rolling it out as empty. The next one is gonna be real quick, the Bobbi Bronze Shadow Stick. This is the second update for this cream shadow, and here's how this shadow looked like from its roll-in to the last update, where I used it 4 times. And since then, I have only used it once, and this is how they look like all together. I had quite a lot that was going on with eyeshadows. Well, I have my Used to Elimination eyeshadow project, Pando's eyeshadow project, also trying to use up 24 products in 2024, where I included quite a few eyeshadows in there too. So between all the eyeshadows, the competition was really high. And let's move on to the last product to update, the Maybelline Eyestudio Gel Shadow that I wrote in from the previous update. I have no update for this product because I didn't reach for it at all. Sometimes the progress is going to be slow, but it doesn't mean it's always going to be slow, so I'm fine. It is okay. It's fine. So we are rolling out 2 products. Let's see what we're going to roll in for today. I only had 1 product in mind to roll in because I wasn't prepared to roll out the Burst Beast foundation. The one I had in mind to roll in is this blush from the BOUCHE. This is how this blush looks like now. My goal is to use this one up. And honestly, I'm not sure if I'll be able to achieve that within this year. I kind of don't understand how blush could last forever. Because if this was an eyeshadow, I don't think I will be as intimidated. But let's give it a go and see how it leads us. You know what? I know what I'm going to roll in now. I'm going to roll in this Sonia Kashuk foundation. I'm going to roll in this Sonia Kashuk eyeshadow. Both the eyeshadow and the blush are a part of the Use Up 24 in 2024. So for this eyeshadow, my goal is to use it up. To be specific, at least for this eyeshadow, using it up might not necessarily mean using it up entirely. I might not want to repress this once the pan expands to the edge of the perimeter. But that is for the future me to decide. Yeah. I use this eyeshadow as a brow powder on the not so fancy days. I also reach for that shadow to darken my outer V because it lives in my everyday palette. You know, I have easy access with it. So I actually feel like I'm flying by with this eyeshadow. I might be able to finish it by the middle of the year. That wraps up today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Give me a like if you enjoyed this. Leave me a comment to share some of your thoughts with me. And please subscribe if you haven't already. I'm almost reaching 200 subscribers, and I would appreciate if you could join me because I would love to have you around for the next update. And don't forget to enjoy yourself. I will see you again. Bye bye.